Good morning, everyone. Can you hear me at the jail?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Good morning. You are here this morning for first appearance. The purpose of this hearing is to inform you of the charges against you and determine whether there is probable cause for your arrest. Probable cause only means that it's more likely than not that you committed the crime in which you've been arrested for. As you stand before me today, you are considered not guilty of what you've been charged with, and that status will remain with you through each stage of these proceedings up until changed by the state attorney's office if they prove the case against you beyond and to the exclusion of every reasonable doubt. In all likelihood, you are arrested on warrant or a new charge. Either way, you were given a bond pursuant to the bond schedule for the 5th Judicial Circuit. I will determine whether to keep that bond the same, increase it, decrease it, or whether there are any other conditions of pre-trial release which will be imposed upon you. I will also determine this morning whether you'd like to hire a private attorney, represent yourself, or whether you'd like the Public Defender's Office to represent you. You are entitled to have an attorney represent you at each stage of these proceedings. If you cannot afford to hire an attorney, I will appoint the Public Defender's Office for you this morning. You are also entitled to make a phone call to let friends, family, or your counsel know where you are. If you haven't had the opportunity to make that phone call yet, please let me know. Make sure you get that phone call this morning. Finally, and most importantly, you have the right to remain silent, and I encourage you to do so. These hearings are recorded, and there is an assistant state attorney in this courtroom writing down everything that you say. So anything you say about the facts of your case can and will be held against you in the prosecution of your case down the road. At this time, I'd like everyone to raise your right hand so I can place you under oath. Swear or affirm the testimony before the court will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Outstanding. Put your hands down. As I call your name, please come forward to the podium. Rachel Keegan. Hi, Ms. Keegan. Can I have your date of birth, please?
December 17th, 1976.
All right. You are here today for battery on medical personnel and battery on a law enforcement officer. I did find probable cause for both of those. Do you want to represent yourself? Do you want to hire somebody, or do you want the Public Defender's Office?
Public Defender.
Okay. I'll appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent you. State, does she have a prior record?
Yeah, I'm sorry, I don't have a history in front of me on her.
Okay, that's all right. Ms. Keegan, I have an address for you. It just says that you are from Pasco County. You live in Pasco County?
Yes.
Okay. Do you have an address in Pasco County?
No, ma'am, I'm homeless.
Okay. All righty. Do you have a job these days?
Not yet.
Okay. Okay, I'm going to give you a $100 bond on each count, okay? And we need to see you back to court on March 7th at 9 a.m.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Thank you.
Alfonso Vidal.
Your Honor, we need an interpreter.
Okay, dokie. Tina Bowman. Okay, we'll just do that one last then. Tina Bowman. There she is. Can I have your date of birth, Tina?
4580.
Alrighty. You are here today for a burglary with a battery. The bond is currently $25,000. I did find probable cause for your arrest. Did you want to represent yourself? Do you want to hire somebody, or do you want the Public Defender's Office?
Public Defender.
Okay, I'll appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent you. State, does she have a prior record?
She does, Your Honor. 2009 controlled substance without prescription, which is no pros. 2010 misdemeanor DV and criminal mischief. Looks like she did PTI. 2014 controlled substance without prescription. They withhold and possession of a controlled substance. Again, withhold. She violated her probation by picking up 2 petty thefts, so those were eventually adjudicated, along with the petty thefts. And back in February of last year, arrested on petty theft, got another withhold. So I'm showing this morning, Judge.
Okay. Ms. Bowman, I have an address for you on Cortez Boulevard in Weeki-Wachee. Is that where you live?
Yes.
How long have you lived there?
2 years.
Do you have a job these days?
Disability.
Yes, you do have a job?
No, I get disability.
Disability, okay. All right, I'm going to set your bond at $5,000, Ms. Bowman. I need to order that you stay there until 4 o'clock today in case Mr. Wooliger wants to file an injunction against you. And then I'm going to order no contact with him whatsoever. Okay, Matthew, no contact with Matthew Wooliger. Do not call him, do not write him, do not email him, do not have anyone else call him, write him, or email him. Do you understand?
Yes.
If you do have any contact with Mr. Wooliger while this charge is pending, you'll be held without bond and charged with another crime, okay?
Okay.
Alrighty.
Your Honor, sir, what's that return date?
What is the return date?
Thank you.
All right, Ms. Bowman, we'll see you back to court March 9th. Trudy Ain. Or Anish. Sorry. Okay, what is your date of birth?
11/22/71.
Okay, you are here today for a driving on suspended driver's license. I did find probable cause for your arrest. Do you want to represent yourself? Do you want to hire somebody? Or do you want the public defender's office?
I represent myself for now.
Alrighty. State.
I don't have a history in front of me, Judge.
Okay. So is it that nothing came up, or you just
I don't have a sheet in front of me.
Okay.
No idea, sir.
All right.
No, ma'am.
Well, I have the driving record, and I'm showing at least 3 prior driving on suspended driver's licenses within the past few years, so. All right. Trudy, I have an address for you on Duffield Road in Brooksville. Is that where you live?
No, ma'am. I live in Dothan, Alabama.
Okay. Do you have any contacts with Hernando County at all?
I happen to come down for my son to visit his father in Citrus County.
Okay. Do you have any family in Hernando?
My son and a daughter.
Okay. Do you have a job these days?
Yes, ma'am.
What kind of work do you do?
I'm a hand tire in a weaving factory in Dothan.
Okay. All right, I'm going to set your bond at $1,000, okay? And we're going to see you back to court on March 7th? Okay. March 7th at 9 a.m., okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Tody DeLuna? Hi, Mr. Luna, can I have your date of birth?
8/11/92.
Okay. You are here today for a failure to appear. It looks like you failed to appear in front of Judge Toner on January 2nd for possession of controlled substance. He has the bond at $2,000 on that. You must have missed a couple zeros there. All right, so he wants you held at $2,000 and he wants you back to court on March 9th. Do you have the public defender in that case?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll make sure the public defender's still on your case. We'll see you back in front of Judge Toner on March 9th at 9 o'clock. We'll keep the bond at $2,000, okay?
Thank you.
Rhonda Gentry. Good morning, Ms. Gentry. Can I have your date of birth?
Good morning. August the 2nd, 1957.
Okay. You are here for a trespass. It looks like you were arrested over the weekend and went in front of Judge Howard, and he put you on for this morning because he thought that I do a better plea colloquy than he does apparently. So do you want to try to take care of your case today?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I assume this is just a time-served disposition?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ready? Okay. You understand by taking care of your case today, Ms. Gentry, that you're giving up your right to go to trial?
I'm sorry, will you say that again?
Do you understand by taking care of your case today that you're giving up your right to go to trial?
Yes, ma'am.
You're giving up your right to confront the witnesses against you, call witnesses on your behalf, and you're giving up your right to have the state prove the case against you. You want to give up those rights in order to take care of this case today?
Yes, ma'am.
With regard to the trespass charge, how do you plead? You can plead no contest. No contest?
No contest.
I'll accept your plea of no contest. I find it's freely and voluntarily given. I'm going to adjudicate you guilty, sentence you to, is it 3 days Hernando County Jail. Give you credit for the 3 days that you have in. You'll have fines and court costs of about $500 assessed against you. You want to make your way to the clerk of court when you get a chance to make payment arrangements on that, okay?
Okay. Does that mean I get to leave today?
Yes, ma'am. Unless there's
Okay.
anything else holding you up. You're good with this one.
All right, thank you.
Alrighty. William, I'm sorry? I'm not going to assess for anymore. I'll just do it. I think they do 3 days noted on there. That way we don't have to do that. All right, and what's the deal with the interpreter? We're going to do language line after? Okay. William Lopez? No. I'll just do her last. You stay seated. Mr. Lopez, can I have your date of birth?
March 4th, 1964.
Okay, you are here today for domestic battery and did find probable cause for your arrest. Do you want to represent yourself, hire somebody, or do you want the public defender's office?
Public defender.
All right, I'll appoint the public defender's office to represent you. State, do we have a prior record?
This appears to be a first offense, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. Mr. Lopez, I have an address for you on Cave Hill Road in Spring Hill. Is that where you live?
Yes.
Okay, how long have you lived there?
So 20 years.
All right, do you have a job these days?
Yes.
What kind of work do you do?
I manage a store for AT&T.
Okay. All right, I'm going to set your bond at $500. I need to hold you until 4 o'clock today in case Eliana Lopez wants to file an injunction against you. If she does file that injunction against you, I want to read it very carefully. It's a civil injunction stating how many feet you need to stay away from her residence, her school, or anywhere else where she may frequent. I'm going to order that you have no contact with Eliana while this case is pending or until another court tells you that it's okay. That means do not call her, do not write her, do not email her, do not have any contact with her whatsoever. If you do have contact with her while this case is pending, you will be charged with another crime and held without bond. Do you understand that?
I understand that.
Okay.
Am I able to get some things from my house, though? Or?
We can go back to your house one time, but you have to have a law enforcement escort, okay?
Okay.
And you're going to see you back to court on March 7th at 9 a.m. Make sure to reach out to your public defender.
A question for you. I didn't get to make any calls. Am I able to reach out to somebody?
Well, make sure you get that phone call today, okay?
All right, thank you.
All righty. Angel Guzman. Good morning, Mr. Guzman. Can I have your date of birth?
07/26/88.
All right. You are here today for resisting an officer. I did find probable cause for your arrest. It looks like you have an open case right now in front of me. I just saw you last week, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, I saw you last week for driving on suspended driver's license. All right. Is there a plea to wrap both these up today?
Excuse me?
Hold on 1 second. I'm just asking the state attorney a question.
10 days from Enter County Jail, Judge.
Okay. Sir, if you wanted to take care of both of your cases today, we could do that this morning. You'd have to do 10 days jail. We'd give you credit for the 2 days that you had in. You want to go ahead and take care of that today?
I really just want to pay for it, and I really didn't want to be in jail today.
Hey, look around you. Nobody wants to be in jail today.
Yeah, I understand you.
Okay. So the offer is 10 days jail. If you don't want to do that, then we're going to see you back to court. I can put you on an earlier date of February 27th, but we're going to hold you in custody until February 27th because you committed another crime while you were out on bond on the driving unsuspended. So what do you want to do?
I was out on bond. I didn't
Well, you
bond
got a
out.
driving unsuspended charge. Okay, you got a notice to appear, and you had that charge
Yes, ma'am.
pending, and you went out and committed another crime. So do you want to take care of your case today, or do you want to come back on February 27th?
I'm kind of confused.
Okay, why don't you have a seat? I'll get back to you at the end of the docket. Richard Ramos? Hi, Mr. Ramos, can I have your date of birth?
April 16th, 1965.
You are here today for a domestic battery charge. I did find probable cause for your arrest. Do you want to represent yourself? Do you want to hire somebody, or do you want the public defender's office?
No, I want to get out today if it's possible.
Do you want to represent yourself? Are you going to hire a
Yes.
private attorney, or do you want the public defender's office?
Myself, I guess, right now.
Okay. State?
Showing a drop DV back in January. And that's all I can confirm.
January
Can I
this
get a
year?
bond?
Hey, stop talking. I didn't ask you a question.
Oh.
Stop.
Jan-
2018, there was a dropped battery?
January 2017, Judge, sorry.
Oh, 17, okay.
That's all I'm showing, Judge.
Mr. Ramos, I have an address for you at Arundel Avenue in Spring Hill. Is that where you live?
Yes.
How long have you lived there?
A little over 2 years already.
Okay. Do you have a job these days?
Yes, I work for myself, and if I don't go out to
Okay.
work, I want to be homeless.
Okay.
What do I do?
All right, I'm going to go ahead and give you a bond of $1,000. I'm going to hold you today until 4 o'clock in case Jean Hussey wants to file an injunction against you. If she does file an injunction against you, read it very carefully. Be very specific as to how many feet you need to stay away from her, her home, her school, or anywhere else where she may frequent. With regard to this case, you're to have no contact with her whatsoever. Do not call her, do not write her, do not email her, do not have anyone else call her, write her, or email her. That means even if she calls you. If she calls you, you should hang up the phone. If you see her out somewhere, you should turn around and go the other way. Do you understand all of that?
Yes.
Okay. What do you think is going to happen if you have contact with Jean while this case is pending?
You go to jail?
Right. Okay, we'll see you back to court March 7th at 9 a.m.
Okay. Thank you.
Wendell Reynolds? Mr. Reynolds, can I have your date of birth?
10/19/68.
Okay, you were here today for a violation of pretrial release. I did find probable cause for that, although it's pretty thin. It looks like the only thing it's based on is his own statement, not any recording or victim statement or anything like that, just his own statement that he made a phone call. So, pretty thin PC. But do you want to represent yourself? Do you want to hire somebody, or do you want the public defender's office?
Public defender, please.
Appoint the public defender's office to represent you. All right, state. What do you got?
Your Honor, we'll be asking you to exercise your discretion this morning. Apparently, you immediately phoned the victim of the...
Based on his own statement.
Yes, based on his own statement, Judge. I get that.
All right.
I'm sure there's more to it. It's a
I
very
hope
short
so.
PC.
I
Yes,
hope
Your
so.
Honor.
Apparently, it indicated that they do not have a recording.
I know, I read it, Dave.
Yes.
Okay. That's why I said it was thin and based on his own statement. So, okay. So what I'm going to do at this point, Mr. Reynolds, I have an address here on Hayes Street in Spring Hill that we live.
That is correct.
How long have you lived there?
A year and 7 months.
Do you have a job?
Not right now, no.
Okay.
I do have income through the VA, though.
Okie dokie.
Showed a prior DV that was dropped in 2016, and then the instant case.
Do you know if the prior DV was with the same victim?
No idea, Judge.
Okay. All right, Mr. Mr. Reynolds, I'm going to set your bond at $1,500, okay? If you make another phone call to Miss Reynolds, Miss Barbie Reynolds, you're gonna be held without bond. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Don't make any contact with her whatsoever. I'm gonna set your
Won't
bond
happen.
at $1,500. I'm gonna order no contact again. And we're gonna see you back to court on March 7th at 9 a.m.
Thank you.
Christopher Spiller. And Mr. Spiller, can I have your date of birth?
8/26/86.
Okay, you were here today for a violation of probation out of Pasco County. Looks like they have a warrant for you. It's $2,500. So we're going to keep that at $2,500. Pasco County is going to come get you within 5 days. It usually doesn't take that long. If for some reason they don't come get you within the next 5 days, they'll bring you back in front of me so we can figure out what's going on, okay? If you want to bond out for the $2,500, you want to still make your way to Pasco County and get your court date and figure out what's going on over there, okay?
Okay.
Alrighty. Christopher Wilfong. Hi, Mr. Wilfong. Can I have your date of birth?
11/13/91.
Okay. Mr. Wilfong, you are here for a possession of methamphetamine. The PC is not good on this. They originally said they see you driving on a bicycle on Daytona Boulevard without lights, but there's no indication on there what time of day it is or anything like that. And in addition to the fact that they issued you a warning, and that should have been the end of the stop, and apparently after they issued a warning for that, they asked for consent to search. So there's a lot of problems with this. What I'm going to do at this time, Mr. Wilfong, is your address on Sailfish Court in Spring Hill?
Yeah, it's my current residence.
Okay, how long have you lived there?
Probably 6 years.
Do you have a job?
Not currently. I'm in school.
Okay. I'm going to not find PC based on this probable cause affidavit. It does not mean that the state is not going to prosecute the case. It does not mean that they don't have the evidence against you. It means based on what they gave me this morning, they don't have it. So they are probably going to get it and still prosecute you for this case, okay? But for today's purposes, I'm going to find no probable cause, and I'm going to give you an ROR, and we're going to see you back to court on March 9th at 8:30 in the morning.
Yes, ma'am.
Alexander Valdez. Did I appoint the PD for that case? And I'm appointing the PD for Wilfong if I didn't. I don't know whether I said that or not. Okay, Alexander Valdez, is that you?
Yes.
Okay, what is your date of birth?
August 5th, 1999.
Okay, you were here this morning for violating an injunction. I did find probable cause for your arrest. Do you want to represent yourself? Do you want to hire somebody, or do you want the public defender's office?
I get public defender. I already have a lawyer. I already got a lawyer for the guy already. I already have to go to court May 8th.
Okay, I do
and I already got a lawyer, but yes.
I do see that you have an open case, 2017
Yes.
MM3853, scheduled on March 8th in front of Judge Hitzman.
Yes.
What is that for?
That's for when he was at a party. He got a new serial case. So
That's for violation of domestic violence statute?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
that was last week. That wasn't this time. But will I be able to bond out today by any chance?
State?
Yeah, state's asking that you exercise your discretion in this case as well as to his history. 2013 juvenile DV, which was dropped. 2014 juvenile aggravated assault DV, which was dropped. 2014 juvenile exposure case, which was dropped. 2014 juvenile burglary and resisting without, both dropped. 2014 is a juvenile criminal mischief, dropped. 2014 is a juvenile burglary of a dwelling, dropped. 2014 aggravated assault as an adult, which was dropped. 2017 the injunction case, which is still pending.
Alexander, are you 18?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And did you say you have the public defender in the case in front of Judge Hitzman as well?
Yeah, I already got one, yes.
Okay. I thought so too. That's why I wanted to clarify. So. All right, what we're going to do at this time is I'm going to give you a bond on this case because you're entitled to a bond on this case. I'm going to set your bond at $5,000. However, I'm going to recommit you on the open case 2017 MM3853.
Okay.
We're going to revoke your bond on that case and hold you in custody until we get you back in front of Judge Hitzman on March 8th.
Yeah, but I won't leave
both of
today.
these cases on March. Set them both on
Wait, I'll be leaving by Eastern today, miss?
March 8th at 9 a.m. I'm sorry?
Do you know I'll be leaving Eastern today?
You won't be leaving. The earliest you'll be leaving is March 8th.
So not today?
March 8th is not today, correct.
All right.
Scott Saunders? Mr.
Yes, ma'am.
Saunders, can I have your date of birth?
6/23 of 1974.
All right. You were also arrested over the weekend. You were in front of Judge Howard. He put you on for this morning. You want to go ahead and take care of your case today?
Yes, ma'am. Can I ask what the offer is going to be?
I believe it's just going to be time served in the Hernando County Jail for the time that you have in, and you'll have about $500 in fines and court costs to pay.
Okay. Yes, ma'am. I would.
Okay. Do you understand by taking a plea on this case today that you're giving up the right to go to trial?
Yes, ma'am.
Giving up right to confront witnesses against you, call witnesses on your own behalf, and you're giving up right to have the state prove the case against you. Want to give up those rights in order to take care of this case today?
Yes, ma'am.
With regard to this obstruction of a highway charge, how do you plead? You can plead no contest.
No contest.
I accept your plea of no contest. I find it's free and voluntarily entered. I adjudicate you guilty. Sentence you to, when were you arrested, Saturday or Sunday?
3 days.
So got 3 days?
Saturday.
All right. I sentence you to 3 days for Hernando County Jail, 3 days credit for time served. You'll have fines and court costs of about $503 assessed against you and make your way down to the Hernando County Clerk of Court in order to make payment arrangements for that, okay?
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. No. Anthony Menzie?
Morning, Your Honor.
Good morning, sir. It looks like you were also arrested over the weekend. It looks like you have some issues going on in New York. And
Yes.
did you talk to Judge Howard about the extradition?
Yes.
Okay. And did you waive that extradition?
No.
Okay. Well, let me go over your options for you. I'm not really sure what was said over the weekend, but here are your options. You can have an extradition hearing. The extradition hearing will take place in about 60 days. At that extradition hearing, all New York would have to show is that they have a valid warrant for your arrest and you are the right person. Once they show that, they will take you. If you want to waive that extradition hearing, we will give the state of New York 15 days to come and get you. And we'll put them on the clock right now. Do you want to put New York on the clock right now and waive extradition, or do you want to have a hearing in about 60 days?
I'll waive it.
All right, go ahead and sign that paper in front of you. All right, so that should do it for today. If New York doesn't come get you, they'll bring you back in front of me, and we'll figure out what's going on from there, okay?
That's 15 days starting from today, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you.
John Wazowski?
Joan?
Oh, it's Joan. I'm sorry.
Joan Wachowski?
All righty. What's your date of birth?
10/26/73.
All right. You are here today for misuse of a 911 call?
Yes, Your Honor.
I did find probable cause for your arrest. Do you want to represent yourself? Do you want to hire somebody, or do you want the public defender's office?
I want to represent myself.
Okay. All right. State any prior.
Just her pending battery charge, Judge.
Okay. Oh, okay. You have an open case in front of Judge Hitzman?
Yeah, for hitting my daughter.
Okay.
I'm supposed to go to court on the 15th.
When is that? Thursday? All right.
Yeah.
Well, what we're going to do, ma'am, is because you were arrested on that charge and you were out free on that charge, and it looks like there's probable cause to believe that you committed another crime while you were free on that charge, we're going to revoke your bond in 2017 MM4455.
Your Honor, I bonded out on $50. And may I speak, please? Because Alpha Pizza threw out $160 of my stuff. And I was on the phone with 911 all day.
Ma'am.
The reason I got arrested was between 911 call and I called them accidentally and hung up.
All right, we'll see you back in court on February 15th, okay? On both charges. We'll put both cases on February 15th. I'm going to set the bond on this case, keep it at $1,000. See you back on February 15th in front of Judge Hitzman. Maybe you can resolve your cases on that day, okay?
Okay.
All right. All right. Is Mr. Guzman ready to talk? All right, Mr. Guzman. I went over your options with you. I know you had time to think about it. Here are your options. You are going to do the 10 days jail that the state offered. It was 10 days.
10 days, Your Honor.
Even 10 days. Or we're going to hold you in custody and reset both of your cases to February 27th. What would you like to do?
I'll take the 10 days.
Okay. Do you understand that by taking a plea on these cases today, you're giving up the right to go to trial?
Yes, ma'am.
Giving up the right to confront the witnesses against you, call witnesses on your own behalf, and you're giving up the right to have the state prove the case against you. You want to give up those rights in order to take care of this case today?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. With regard to the driving a suspended driver's license, in case number 2017 CT 4406, how do you plead? Complete no contest.
No contest.
I'll accept your plea of no contest. I find it's freely and voluntarily entered. Adjudicate you guilty, send you to 10 days jail, give you credit for the 2 days that you have in. You'll have fines and court costs of $438 on that case. With regard to this new charge of resisting an officer without violence, how do you plead? Complete no contest.
No contest.
I accept your plea of no contest. I find it's freely and voluntarily entered. Adjudicate you guilty, send you to 10 days Hernando County Jail, concurrent with the driving on suspended case. Give you credit for the 2 days that you have in. You'll have fines and court costs in that case. Is that 503J? Okay. I believe it's $503, but you also have the cost of incarceration in that case. And that should do it on both cases. Okay, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, George Downey. Mr. Downey, can I have your date of birth?
August 3rd, 1975.
All right, you are here today for an attempted murder charge. The bond is currently $50,000. Aggravated battery, the bond is currently $10,000. Battery charge, the bond is currently $1,000. And a discharge of firearm in public, and the bond is currently $10,000. I did find probable cause for each of the things that you have been charged with. Do you want to represent yourself? Do you want to hire somebody, or do you want the public defender's office?
I'll take a public defense officer now.
Appoint the public defender's office to represent you. State.
Straight out of New York, 2006. Resisting without, so I'm showing, Your Honor.
Okay. Mr. Downey, I have an address for you in Mandalay Place in Spring Hill. Is that where you live?
Yes, ma'am.
How long have you lived there?
Coming up on 3 years.
All right. Do you have a job these days?
Yes, ma'am. I work for Crystal Dodge Jeep Ram in Brooksville. I've been working there for 3 years.
All right.
I live in the community. I'm local. I've never been in trouble before. I got a daughter in college, job up the street, bills, mortgage.
Okay. State want to be heard.
I know the bond.
Go ahead.
I know the bond's kind of high, but I talked to my wife. Is there any way the bond could be lowered? You know, I'm not a flight risk. I work right up the street. I live here. I have no priors. I just wanted to get back to work before I lose my job.
Okay. State, you want to be heard on bond?
No, Your Honor. It's set per the schedule right now.
Okay. Do you have any basis to increase it off the schedule?
Not right now, Judge.
Okay. Just want to make sure we're both on the same page and you don't know something I don't know.
I appreciate that, Judge.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to keep all of them the same in each of these cases right now, okay? These are pretty serious charges. There's no basis to increase the bonds, and there's no basis to really decrease them at this point. So I'm going to set the bond at $50,000 for the attempted murder, $10,000 for the aggravated battery, $1,000 for the battery, and $10,000 for the discharge of a firearm. We're going to see you back to court on all of these cases on March 9th at 8:30 in the morning. I've appointed the public defender's office, so make sure you reach out to the public defender's office, okay?
All right, ma'am.
Oh, and I do want to order no contact with the victims on this case. I don't know whether he knows them or not, but there's no contact with the victims. All right. Are we ready for Ms. Vidal?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Do we have? We usually have 3 interpreters here. We need one. We have 0.
Welcome to Language Line Solutions. Please enter your 6-digit client ID. For Spanish, press 1. For up, please enter access code followed by the pound sign. Please hold for an interpreter.
Still said Judge McCaffrey, so you just have to tell me who you are.
I could do a pretty good imitation. Does Ms. Vidal have any priors?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, thanks, John. And the victim is Angel Luzman, who we just...
Yes.
Are we still able to... There's no Dalton,
It's from hold.
there's no Muzak.
I don't know what happened. Try this again.
Ms. Vidal? Can you hear me? Do you speak any English at all? English? Okay.
Welcome to Language Line Solutions. Please enter your 6-digit PIN. For Spanish, press 1. For, please enter access code followed by the pound sign. Please hold for an interpreter.
See, that was me, Zach. We didn't get me, Zach.
Circle Language Line Solutions, this is Emilio. ID number 220445. Can I help you Spanish interpreter today?
Hi, Emilio. This is Judge Christy Ruppe. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, hello, I can hear you.
Hi, this is Judge Christy Ruppe in Hernando County. We are here this morning. We have an Alfonso Vidal here at first appearance, and we need help speaking with her. Can you let her know she's here this morning because she was charged with domestic battery?
Hola, ¿qué tal? Yo soy el intérprete en español para ayudarles el día de hoy. Se le está a usted poniendo el cargo de agresión doméstica.
Can you ask her to confirm that she hears you and understands you?
¿Puede confirmar si me escucha y me entiende?
Did you hear her?
No, I couldn't hear her. I'm going to ask her again if she can hear me.
Okay, hold on. We got to get her a little bit closer to the microphone. She's in a wheelchair, so we're working on that. Okay. All right, try that again.
Hola, ¿qué tal? Yo soy el intérprete para ayudarles el día de hoy. ¿Sí me escucha usted bien?
Sí, señor.
Okay. And can you let her know that there is probable cause for her arrest?
Y bueno, existe causa probable para su arresto.
¿Perdón?
Interpreter will repeat the information.
Yes.
Existe causa probable para su arresto.
¿Qué yo hice? No entiendo bien.
Why are you saying I don't understand well?
Okay. Can you ask her if she wants the public defender's office to represent her, if she wants me to appoint an attorney to represent her?
¿Quiere usted la representación de la oficina de abogados de oficio? ¿Quiere que yo le asigne un abogado de oficio para que le represente?
Pero como ustedes quieran, porque yo no hice nada malo, una cosa mala, porque este muchacho fue armado allí y me quería dar a mi esposo y entonces yo estaba hasta acostada con dolor en un lado, me levanté ¿qué pasaba? Y entonces él estaba ya para ayudar a mi esposo y entonces yo agarré un sartén, pero un caso, pero no le di así como él dice, yo le hice así, lo empujé por un brazo y él dice que le di que por la espalda. Yo no le di por la espalda, pero que lo empujé por un brazo con el caso. El mismo juez me pidió disculpas.
Yes.
She was actually feeling what happened without giving me any pause or anything, but not answering your question. Would you like me to ask the question
Okay.
again?
That's okay. Can you let her know I'm appointing a public defender's office to represent her, and I'm setting her bond at $10, and she can get out of jail for $10.
Bien, mire, voy a estar asignando un abogado de oficio para que le represente a usted, de la oficina de abogados de oficio, y le voy a poner una fianza de $10 para que salga usted pagando $10.
And I need to see her back to court on March 7th at 9 a.m.
Y listo verla nuevamente en el tribunal el día 7 de marzo a las 9 de la mañana.
Sí, señor.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, Joe.
Thanks for choosing our service.
Have a good day. Did we get everybody?